It is quite hard to believe that we are entering week 15 of the NFL season. Every year the NFL comes up on us fast, and every year it flies by. So before week 15 kicks off tomorrow night, Thursday night football between the Bucs and the Falcons, let's get the Game Scripts power rankings. Coming in at number 10 on the list, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. It is no question, Chargers have had their issues. Their offensive line is not great. Had their offensive line stayed remotely healthy, this team probably would have been one of the best football teams in the league. They pick up a huge win against the defending champs, the Eagles, on Monday night. I give them this spot at 10 because they're extremely well coached. They have a star quarterback, and in a pretty wide open AFC, anything is possible. At number 9 on the list, I have the Houston Texans. This may come as a surprise to people, but they've honestly passed the eye test and they've made a bit of a run in the last little bit. Their defense continues to be fantastic, one of the best defenses in the league, coming off a huge win against the Chiefs where they held Patrick Mahomes to only a 42.4% completion and a 19.8 passer rating, the lowest marks in any game of his career. Houston's offense is inconsistent, but like I said about the Chargers, the AFC's wide open, defense wins championships, and this is one of the best defenses in the league. At number 8, I have one of 3 NFC West teams on this list. The San Francisco 49ers come in at number 8. As long as Kyle Shanahan's at the helm with that offense, with McCaffrey, Kittle, Brock Purdy playing well, at 9-4, this team is still good enough to get there, just completely overshadowed by 2 other teams that I'll mention in a little bit. At number 7, I have the Buffalo Bills. We're looking at a very real possibility that the AFC starts off without Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, or Joe Burrow. Can Josh Allen and the Bills take advantage of that? They were on upset watch this last Sunday against the Bengals. Unbelievable game. But when you have Josh Allen at the helm, the reigning MVP, this team absolutely deserves to be here. At number 6, I have my Chicago Bears. Tough loss to the Packers this week. I'm still waiting for a week where the Bears get exposed, but it just hasn't happened. They've battled with every team, and this game came down to the last drive. Really, the only signature win for the Bears thus far was the Eagles' win, but I'm very interested in that Week 16 rematch with the Packers at home in Chicago in the Windy City. Ben Johnson has completely turned this team around. And at number 5, I have the Green Bay Packers. I think there was a couple of weeks ago where Matt LaFleur was on the hot seat. That's absolutely ridiculous. Every time I watch the Packers play, especially against the Bears, the only thing I'm thinking about is what is Matt LaFleur going to drop today? The Packers now have consecutive wins over tough NFC North rivals, the Lions and the Bears. They are now back in first place in that NFC North. We're going to get some questions answered this week coming up where they play the Broncos, 2 very tough teams. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. And now we enter the top 4, and coming in at number 4 is the New England Patriots. Truly hard to believe that this team is here, but they are. Kind of like the Bears, they're on that same path with the young quarterback, new head coach. The Patriots have a chance to clinch the AFC East title with 3 games to go. I would have them higher, but despite their record, they are still very low in advanced metrics. But this has still been a wildly successful season for the Pats despite how it pans out, but they definitely deserve to be in the top 4. Now when it comes to the top 3, I think number 1 is set in stone, but honestly it's a coin flip between these 2 teams, but I have at number 3 the Denver Broncos. The Broncos might need the Pats to lose this Sunday against the Bills because there aren't that many tough games for the New England on the schedule remaining, and the Broncos have 4 tough ones left. They got the Packers, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Chargers to end their season, but I love Sean Payton with his run game. RJ Harvey is turning heads. Bo Nix in the passing attack can do enough, and of course their defense is always good. And now the final 2 are down to 2 NFC West teams. I have the Seattle Seahawks at number 2. Seahawks with a huge win over Atlanta this past Sunday, moving their road record to 6-1. Sam Darnold just continues to impress everywhere he goes. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been unbelievable this year. If Seattle beats a Daniel Jones-less Colts team this Sunday, it is going to set a huge matchup in Week 16 against the number 1 team in the power rankings, the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams put up 530 yards and 45 points against the Cardinals, which is how a number 1 team should look. Margin of victory doesn't matter in standings, but it is a pretty good indication that the team is good. The Seahawks lead the NFL in a 161 point differential, but the Rams are right there behind them with 152, and no other team in the NFL is above 110. The loss to Carolina wasn't great, But these things happen, and the Rams are as good as anyone in the NFL. And of course, they have the probable MVP of the season, Matthew Stafford, slinging the ball to Puka Nacua and touchdown leader Devontae Adams. They do have a tricky game versus Detroit on Sunday, 4 days before the potential game of the year against Seattle. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if you change anything, your top 10, and anything NFL football related at all. And as always, like, subscribe to the Game Script. Enjoy the day.